Well, back to Serie A actually.
Yeah.
Giroud, 2 goals on the last day. 37 years young.
Yeah.
2 goals to win the league for AC Milan. First time since 2011 that they won it.
Very. I saw they had won it, and it gave me a lot of hope of being like, I think they were really bad for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, if they can do it, anyone can come back.
Well, I was just thinking of Lukaku sitting on the bench for Chelsea, not getting his more than 5th goal.
Yeah.
And Giroud.
I can't believe I got caught up and all. I forgot that.
Yeah, and then Giroud, still like he's way older than Lukaku. Still, I think like 12 goals, but it's like maybe the Italian league isn't as good of a. If I'd known that Giroud was going to score, 2 goals and win the league, I wouldn't have bet him to score more than 5 goals. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to change the absolutes, just add some context to my wrong predictions. Pretty much all of them.
Are we doing the absolute roundup? Oh no, we can't until the Champions League, I suppose. Or do we have any?
No, I think they're all done.
They're all done. Yeah.
they're all done. They're all wrong, and I think I'll lose.
No, honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense. But listen, I've been on that road before. They're imposters.
I think to ask me, for my opinion, a little bit unfair.
But in between that, there was drinks.
Idiots, scumbags, disgrace.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a No One Else's podcast with Cathal and Will. Just after the final day of a long, very, very long season, but finished strong.
Yeah.
The twists and turns are over. The dust has settled on all the major events, title race, top 4, relegation. I don't remember that being a factor on the last day for a long, long time.
Wasn't it the West Brom one years ago?
Yeah.
With the guy who did the machine gun celebration. I can't remember his name, but I remember me and our pal Stu would watch the recap of that season, like the Premier League years, pretty much monthly when we were living together. Because we loved West Brom so much.
That was the great escape. That was the great escape. Because I don't know what the situation was, but
they were miles behind, I think, on the last day.
And they may have stood up with like 36 points or that, something low enough. Same with Leeds, I suppose. Yeah. I think they stood up with 38.
Yeah. The Leeds one, they scored in the last minute, but they were already safe because Burnley had fucked it in the other game. So it was nice that they scored the last minute to confirm it, but it wasn't the huge moment. No.
Like the relegation is probably the closest one in theory, because I mean, look, City nearly lost, but you never really thought they would. And you never really thought Tottenham would lose to Norwich. So the relegation one was the only one that was kind of still on the line. But I mean, the only games on TV were, on Sky Sports. I think you had BT. Did another game BT?
No, I think it was only 3 games. Because they were like, rather than split the viewership on like 20 different games, they're like, just get everyone watching the 3 and give those numbers to the advertisers.
Well, that's happened to me. I missed half the goals, I'd say, of the City and Liverpool game from like switching over and back. Because they do like the split screen or whatever, when it wouldn't even be a goal. It should entice me, like, there must be something happening over there.
Well, I know if you're ever watching a game and you have your phone in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
The score comes up 20 minutes before it comes up on the screen in the bottom corner, and like, there's been a goal in Anfield. Like, that happened ages ago.
Yeah, because it has to be the guy who does the score up. He has to do the graphic.
The graphic.
Type in he's probably doing 2 other jobs as well.
Yeah. He's an unpaid intern.
Yeah, definitely. Like, that's not the best job to say. But I mean, the City game I was watching at the start, and it wasn't inevitable. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, the City are gonna. I imagine if you're watching the Tottenham Norwich game, it would have felt like this is going to be 5-0.
Yeah.
But the City game, like Aston Villa were up for us. They are decent as well. I mean, they have major problems in their team, namely the defence, as we would see in a little bit. But look, it was a huge game for City. We were saying this before. Like, this is the only thing they can win this year. Yeah. £1 billion squad. £1 billion squad. That's like, I don't care who you are. You've heard that. That's on your mind. You got knocked out of the Champions League again. Yeah. You haven't won your customary Carabao Cup. FA Cup is long gone as well. This is the only thing you can get. It's like, is that enough? Well, If you don't win it, it's definitely not enough.
Yeah, then it's bad. I don't know if did you see the interview with Grealish after the game?
He was delayed, yeah.
Yeah, but he was like, yeah, I was freaking out today, to be honest. I was really, really nervous and scared.
I wonder why Pep didn't play him at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the boss didn't feel like it. Yeah, okay, you literally just said.
He looked up, he's dripping sweat, like, he's dark. Like, maybe we'll go with
and he kept
Sterling.
saying, he was like, yeah, and everyone knows me, I'm a wreck on the bench. That's what you want to look behind. Who's going to save me in this game?
Jack Grealish, like, pace run down his legs, like, maybe not Jack.
How nervous did you get today?
Truthfully, at 2-0, I thought we were done. I just thought, when you just think it's not your day. I couldn't imagine people outside and up from other clubs if I didn't win that today. But no, honestly, yeah, I feel like next season, I can really kick on now. These will tell you, sometimes, well, for me especially, I just feel so much more nervous watching the game. Like when you're in there, you're just in the moment and you don't really think about. But I just wanted to get on because I was so nervous, honestly, sitting there.
Congratulations, Jack. Enjoy tonight. Be good. Look after him if you're going to be going out with him.
Oh, definitely out tonight. These two tonight, I'm worried.
Yeah, he was in fine form after the game.
Yeah. It was a good interview. That was the first time I saw him. Like, maybe he's not so bad.
Yeah. Well, I think the whole thing with Aaron was definitely his dad. His dad was trying to secure the bag.
Yeah. But also, like, he doesn't have, like, his accent is...
Yeah, he sounds like one of the Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, like, he didn't even know where England was on a map when we looked at that video the other day. So.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't think he's a bad person. I think he's like calculated kind of, like Declan Rice.
Yeah. Yeah. He's much worse.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Well, Declan Rice would say, has like this clip to him being like, it means so much to put on the green jersey, play for Ireland.
I remember he posted on Instagram saying, up the Ra, he's kissed the badge.
All that stuff, yeah. Well, Jack Grealish literally just goes out and kind of plays and someone doesn't play.
I can play for England, cool.
Yeah, I could play for Man City. Well, not this week, Jack. Well, maybe next week. Maybe. All right.
I was nervous.
Yeah, I don't think he's just clued into the wider kind of goings on. Like he was there with Roy Keane, not knowing that Roy Keane probably hates him.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't even put that together.
Roy Keane was the manager.
Oh, maybe I'll go out with you. No fucking chance, Jack.
Yeah, and
you wouldn't play for me.
And that wasn't him being like smug or being like in your face. That was like, hey, why not? I've heard Roy Keane's great crack. Roy Keane was the assistant manager when you wouldn't play for Ireland. For who?
I think the manager done everything he could. Again, Jack had already played for Ireland and we were hoping that he would continue it. But that's life. We move on. Listen, it's hard to not like him. Maybe his hair, I suppose, is probably the only thing. It's between two haircuts. Like,
it's one or the other.
Go long hair or get a fade. Like the long hair on top.
You would be much handsomer either way.
I mean, because like during the game, it's like it's a mess. Yeah. But like lots of people, fucking my hair. If I do anything exercise, you gotta tie it up. It looks like you're just trying to tie it up for hands, get out of your face, But when he's not, it still looks shit. Yeah. Your hair still looks like it's a bastardization of two different styles.
I love the idea of. Like, this is one of the rare episodes. People you're looking up, like, final day recap, and 2 minutes in, it's like, Grealish, Rice, Grealish's haircut.
Hey, come on, folks. Well, this is season 2. If you don't know what the story is by now, there is no story. We don't really do research. We just kind of remember things we've seen.
Again, like I said last time, each episode is wildly different from the one before.
There's no consistency. No. Listen, we've looked up how to make a successful podcast.
Impossible.
The key is consistency.
Yeah.
The key is being niche.
Yeah.
And just be regular with this. Yeah. Be consistent, like Mondays, Thursdays. And we've discussed it many times. Yeah. But it's tough, man.
It's hard.
Well, the entire time I've been kind of had a lot of free time on my hands. Well, most of us. Some of us got jobs. But like, you have a job, you've been in college, and you have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
All three more important than this. Like, if we were both like me at the start in lockdown, we'd probably be millionaires by now.
We'd be the #1 football podcast.
In the world.
Yeah. All languages.
Fuck BBC football podcast or the Gary Neville podcast. It'd be us, Yeah. But, I mean, consistency is key in podcasting and in football. Mm-hmm. And I think you have to kind of give it to Man City, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean,
unbelievable all season.
I thought when they went 2-0 down, I thought that's really not like them,
Yeah. But I think it was the 10-year anniversary of the Aguero goal as well.
Yeah, it was.
So Something was coming.
It was like a reenactment.
Yeah.
It was like a war reenactment. The 3-2. It wasn't quite as dramatic because it was like it was like they went 2-0 down. They came back 3-2, but those goals. They just seemed to piss through Aston Villa for those. It was 5 minutes they scored those goals.
I could see Steven Gerrard in 10 years' time saying, "Hey, no one's ever investigated Aston Villa, my team."
Yeah, well, I suppose in this case it would probably be Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
No one ever investigated Collins and go, well, that was a shock actually. That was like some...
I'll play my bad keeper.
And they tell the conspiracy that Aston Villa get 15 million extra if Jack Grealish wins the league.
Yeah.
But our goalie, one of our best players... Great shot stopper, gets people's heads. You know,
a big game player.
Yeah, he's injured.
Yeah,
is he? He's walking around.
Yeah, he wasn't injured 3 days ago, and nothing happened to him in that game. Yeah. Also, he's a goalkeeper.
Must have been in training, I suppose. Train Hardy.
Yeah,
in the last days.
Yeah. A goalkeeper really going. I need to get a clean sheet here, no matter what.
Yeah, I think it was his leg or his knee, or I don't know what it was, but Jack Grealish was there, like. High-fiving them all before the game, wherever, and we went up to Martinez and they're talking, chatting, whatever. And then I think Meek Richards was, sucking him off, wherever. And then Roy Keane's like, he likes meeting people, doesn't he? He's fond of meeting people. Like, that's such a stretch of a criticism. Like, oh, look at Mr. Meet People, huh?
I'll meet the friend.
Yeah, I'll meet the former employees. It's like, what? That's why it's so funny afterwards where Jack's like, oh, Roy! He was talking over literally nothing before the game.
Steam coming out of Roy's ears.
Yeah, because I was watching, I think I missed both Aston Villa goals watching the Liverpool game.
The second one, the Coutinho one, was amazing.
Yeah.
Where they're like the ball dropped from the sky and he immediately pivoted left when it landed.
Yeah. In hindsight, I should just watch the entirety of the game because that was the most.
That was the big one, yeah.
Because the Liverpool game, obviously, Wolves scored really early on, so I was like, "Oh, well, I got to flick over because Liverpool would be pushing really hard."
Yeah,
and they were. It was good, and there was a chance at both ends. But like, I missed both the Aston Villa goals. Like, right now, I'm watching City, and then I missed the Liverpool goal.
Yeah.
I was like, for fuck's sake. Well, I saw the equaliser. To be fair, I saw the equaliser for Liverpool, but I think that was probably the biggest problem. At halftime, it was 1-1 Liverpool and Wolves. And it was 2-0 to Aston Villa. Was it 1-0?
I think it was 2-0. It was they were definitely losing anyway at halftime. Yeah,
definitely losing. So at halftime, City. Now maybe I don't know what the policy was. Do you not tell me about Liverpool were playing their own game?
Yeah.
I would assume they would have heard from somebody.
Yeah, well, sure they'd know from the crowd going up.
Well, the crowd we're losing. And Liverpool will eventually win. So they probably weren't like, it's grand, lads. Liverpool are currently drawing. But I think if City heard at halftime that Liverpool are up and we're down 2-0, it might have been different. But if they heard Liverpool are actually drawn and it's kind of in the end, there's chances of roll as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they heard. It's a complete speculation, even for us. This is like, and then they said Neto was having a storm. He's back from injury and he's going really well.
They didn't mention the Villa game at all.
Yeah.
They showed the highlights from the Liverpool game.
Yeah, the story so far. But I think if Liverpool had been up 2-0, like say storming the way to victory, like Tottenham or Arsenal, it would be like, oh fuck, we're under pressure here. But I think because they're drawn, it gives you more ability to play your own game.
Yeah.
But I think we all probably thought they'd get back level at least.
Yeah,
But the 3 goals in 5 minutes was outstanding. It was just like, Jesus.
Again, that's movie stuff.
Yeah, I did see the third goal, and I went. Of course, Mount High was on that game just in case something like this would happen. Well, it wasn't quite the best comedy in the world.
He was excited a bit, but
he was excited, but it wasn't like there was no like never had like this ever again.
No.
There was no iconic.
Well, he's already seen it before.
Yeah, saw better. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see? Or did you hear Neville saying "Gundogan, you little dancer," as if anyone wants to hear Neville character shit at the moment? Like,
yeah, that was a slip. Neville let it slip there.
Yeah, the mask,
the outrageous bias.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. De Bruyne, the class, and the other guy, Gundogan, you little dancer.
Surely there's some Man City commentator that could have got on it.
No, there's no fucking Man City legends, man.
Yeah, it's true.
But that was, to me, the worst thing about this City dominance is Man United's irrelevance.
Yeah.
because we know Man United fans well who like, yes! It's like, that is the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
You used to win everything. Yeah. Now you're cheering on City.
It literally used to be the opposite thing of United fans who were like, that's ridiculous that people are cheering us not winning the league and stuff. Yeah. Like, it's a total 180.
Making a Carragher reference as City are winning the league and you're in 7th losing to Crystal Palace.
Yeah, losing to Crystal Palace was the big one. Well, I don't know if you saw that clip of the United fans singing 20 times while they're losing 20 times Man United for winning the league. Like, as they literally crashed out of the league. They finished on, I think, 56 points and a goal difference of 0 with, again, the £1 billion squad.
It's like an Arsenal fan we used to know when they were drunk used to sing double, 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 like the fucking 96, 97 double. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, like...
I think they were like 2 years old when one, maybe.
Yeah, like... But it's that kind of thing about singing about past glories, like the old Facebook memes.
Yeah.
Of like, Man United be on whatever, Liverpool be on the History Channel. Like, Man United turned into that exact same thing now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd see it. Like, I thought like whatever they could go a bit without being successful, but I never thought they'd turn into this kind of like spiteful. Yes, Liverpool didn't win again.
Yeah.
It's like, that is actually pathetic.
Especially when it's City winning the league as well.
I know
there's not a major rivalry because like there's not City fans, but still they're the other team in your fucking town.
Yeah, and like whatever about they never really compete with City, and it's always like there's people like who are weirdos who do that kind of stuff who are just like, I love Man United so much I'd cheer against their rivals kind of thing.
Yeah,
but what's Gary Neville on television? Yeah. Saying going little dancers like that is just like
even say the away fans saying the 20 times thing, they're away fans,
they're ultras as close as you get to
it's their whole lives, like they're flocking down in Crystal Palace for the weekend.
Yeah. Gary Neville with Mr. Perspective, Mr. Bigger Picture, all about ownership, and he's
the beautiful game.
Fuck Liverpool as City win the league.
I know they have like millions of people supporting them. I'm gonna fucking dog them on telly.
That was one of the ugliest scenes, I think, of the day. Probably the second ugliest scene was players getting attacked on the pitch. Yeah. But Gary Neville. That was one thing that I suppose the pitch invasion at the end.
And this is a two-part story because it happened in the Everton game as well. The same thing.
Yeah, well, it's...
and it happened a few weeks ago. We didn't even talk about it when Nottingham Forest got to the playoffs or the playoff final.
Yeah.
And someone fucking clattered Billy Sharp with a headbutt and I think he had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, they only threw him through a glass window. Yeah. He douched him. But, I think it was the Bristol Rovers game.
That people were like, you're allowed to do that. Even the flares as well.
Where do you buy a flare?
I have no
Where
idea.
have these flares gone? It wasn't like this season, like the last few months.
Yeah.
Flares have just been coming out the wazoo.
Yeah, remember the FA Cup final? Liverpool literally set the stadium on fire pretty much at the end.
And it was... Richardson got fined for throwing a flare back into the crowd, which is pretty dangerous.
Apparently, Man City fan threw a flare at one of the Villa fans as well.
Yeah.
So, like, there's literally fire weapons.
We're going back to the hooliganism, the dark ages here.
Gary Neville said that after the Olsen getting attacked, where he's like, it's not that long ago that there was fucking cages around the pitch.
We used to meet up in fields before the game to batter each other, then go watch the game. Well, that's it. They're taking all you're watching those old Champions League finals ever, and you can just like see in the background because it's not great quality, but you can see the cages. Especially if it's like being held in like Turkey or
and there's an aura to it, like there's trouble here.
I think I don't know now. Maybe there's another example. Hey, people who don't ever give us any feedback, hit us with some feedback. If you can pinpoint where this started. But in my mind, it was that amazing Bristol Rovers 7-0, which was like probably actually euphoria, where people are like, I cannot believe we've won 7-0 to qualify.
I cannot stop myself running. Right?
Yeah.
I have to run somewhere.
I'm overcome with emotion.
Exactly.
And they ran on the pitch and there wasn't enough stewards there, and
people were like, oh, I haven't seen a pitch invasion in a while, cause especially with COVID as well.
Yeah
it's all built up. I'm dying to run on a pitch.
And everyone's like, wow, this is the most amazing story. We talk about it in this, we don't want to follow League 2 whatsoever, but listen, if it makes it on this podcast, folks, this is mainstream news. All right,
there's no deep cuts here.
We're not consistent, we're not niche. We're very general and very regular. So yeah, like that was when that started. And it was the championship playoffs were obviously starting as well. And I guess people are like, oh yeah, that could be us. Let's run on the pitch as well. It's like a few months ago when kids started invading the pitch.
Yeah, that was a big thing for a few months.
And that was our fault because it was the Irish girl who came on and got Ronaldo's jersey.
And it worked.
And she won the Late Late Show. And
Yeah.
Free shit.
Unbelievable. Well done.
We awarded her for it. Yeah. And then like it was the new epidemic of kids running on the pitch. It was like, well, they're not going to tackle a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fathers sending their kids out. I can't go out there, pal.
Yeah, I will get spear tackled.
You'll not be seeing your dad for a long time.
I'll do a collarbone and I'll be in prison.
Yeah.
And we'll never go to a game again. But if you go on, it's like when they have the signs.
Yeah.
That the dad is clearly drawn. Hold up the sign.
I want to sell this jersey.
Get Ronaldo's jersey. Hold up the sign. And they punch the kids, they cry.
Yeah.
Stand on their toes, cry, damn it. This is obviously worse than that because not only that they come on the pitch, which also is like it's health and safety, and after every game, especially the championship playoffs, people like surrounding the players and that.
Yeah.
Weirdos, man. Grabbing at players. And it's funny like seeing like 40-year-old and 50-year-old men who've like totally adopted the technology of selfies and smartphones running up.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the video of the Vieira thing from the fans.
Oh, yeah. Vieira, like that. Like,
Vieira should have killed him.
Right in his face. Fuck you, fuck you,
you baldy cunt. Like, what does he care about Everton?
Yeah, the Everton Crystal Palace rivalry.
Yeah. Like, Palace finished like 10th or 11th or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
And like, congratulations, you came 17th.
And what did that to do with Patrick Vieira? Has he ever even mentioned Everton?
Caught in the crossfire if it was anyone to do with Palace, it would have been the same thing.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's a weird kind of a thing where like football is just like drenched in abuse for the opposing team, whether that's a rivalry or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's like if he's on the side, I'm going to call him a baldy cunt.
Yeah.
Why? Because he doesn't play for us.
Yeah. Because his team lost to us.
Yeah, because we beat his team. So yeah, there you go. You ball
This is
fraud.
your fault.
How dare you try and beat us?
We're awful.
Yeah. So he got
That pitch invasion was crazy as well. It was
the Everton one, yeah.
That was the first time I think I've seen one where I was like, that looks dangerous. Like there's a lot of people in that pitch.
Yeah, and with the flares, and there was Frank Lampard was up on the ledge as well. Like health and safety just out the window.
Yeah,
it's like we've had enough health and safety for 2 years to do us a lifetime.
I saw Keane saying that. He's like, since COVID, people have just lost the run of themselves. They don't know how to behave anymore.
They have lost their mind, because it's that kind of thing of. We were being told what to do, technically. Yeah. For our own benefit, I suppose. And it was out of fear because people were like, we don't know if this disease will kill us now or in 6 months. So everybody just stay inside, let's just figure it out.
Yeah.
Which, in hindsight now, it's like, well, it didn't kill us. So you were wrong. It's like, did you know that?
I did what I was told and it was bad for me. So I'm never doing that again.
Yeah. So now, anything that's you're told to do, like, oh, don't stand on that because it might fall over. Do you know that?
Yeah. Okay, global elite.
Yeah.
You're not taking my cash.
You want that ledge for yourself. It's like, what? I saw you that ledge before. As soon as we leave, you're up on that ledge straight away. I know it.
Get away from my flares.
Oh, flares are dangerous now. Yeah. Oh, Dr. Flare expert over here. Oh, you're an expert on flares now.
It's my right. It's my constitutional right to have a flare.
Yeah, it's a weird kind of backlash to being told what to do by adult men.
Yeah.
And women, I suppose, as well. But I mean, this was a lot of men.
You'd have to feel for the stewards as well.
The stewards have no chance.
Yeah.
They're outnumbered.
No chance. Probably not getting paid.
Because before the game was ending in that city, they had like loads of stewards being lined up and they were ready for it. They knew it was going to happen. And there's nothing you can do, man. It's a numbers game.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just going to overwhelm you. And like, these aren't like, parents with kids. These are proper football men who are going to run over these people.
They're all riled up on drinking Coke.
They are running over to abuse the sub-keeper who's making his debut.
Also, the guy who let in the 3 goals, I'm going to let him have it.
Yeah, they're not going to care about the stewards. They would trounce the stewards. That's probably the biggest danger, is that the stewards are in danger for their lives there, because these are going to absolutely...
Someone's getting hurt soon.
If you try and put your hands on one of those lads coming over the thing, they're going to bottle you.
Yeah. It only takes one steward to like... just grab someone a bit too hard and they're going, he's grabbing one of our lads.
Yeah. Who do you think you are, Yeah. Tell me what to do.
Yeah, I kicked Patrick Vieira last week.
Yeah. The pitch invasion at Everton was it wasn't uncomfortable to watch. It was kind of like kind of amazing at first seeing, and when they saw the wide shots and the flares, it was like, whoa, this is actually a proper club.
Yeah,
a proper club, as Frank would say.
Yeah,
something else Frank would say. You saw him after the game in the dressing room.
I did.
Unbelievable. I mean, poor Seamus Coleman. What a year he's had. You know, he thinks finally it's over. I've survived.
This literally probably the worst season of his life.
At Everton, definitely his worst season.
Is he captain, isn't he?
He captain.
You know, he captained them down to the championship.
You got Carragher saying it's the championship level back four. You know, a tough season for old Seamus. He's given his life to this club.
Shy man, I think, as well.
Pretty reserved, you know. He likes to win, plays hard. You know, never see him in the news. But he obviously, you know, Frank Lampard would have had a sniff of champagne. Maybe he doesn't drink that often.
He looked like he had 10 pints.
You know, I think we just play the clip, honestly.
Yeah. This fella is, to say in front of everyone, that one of the best people I've ever met. As a man and what you are, and as a player.
Yeah, again, I mean, you've probably seen people quote this on Twitter, you know, or different stuff. It is me meeting anybody after 6 pints.
The look into his face, the like turn right into his eyes, mouth like the best man I've ever met.
As a player and as a man.
As a man. The best. Has tears in his eyes talking about a man I don't know.
He's known for 4 months, 3 months?
Well, like, I'm sure he knew him, but...
He knew of him.
Yeah, like, definitely there's only a few months he's actually been with him.
Yeah. I mean, like, James Coleman, no one doubts what a great man he is, but I've never seen a man more uncomfortable celebrating anything there. No, unbelievable stuff there from Super Frank. Kept him up, and I think they'll keep him on.
Yeah. Look, Dave, actually, in that video, it did seem... Now, maybe not Seamus Coleman. The rest of them did seem like they do like Lampard. They seem like they're getting on.
And, you know, I saw a lot of abuse actually online from Mika Richards, which I think I started.
Well, look, if there's one time he's allowed to be a bit annoying and having too much fun, I mean, like, he loves City. For better or worse, he does like them.
But you saw the dancing.
That was too much.
The dancing, it was like...
Singing about Yaya Toure, who, like, Pep hates.
Yeah, and hasn't played there for years. Yeah. Even longer than you have, actually. Almost as long as you haven't, Mika. He said that as well when he was talking about when we won our first one. I was like, when we won our first one? Were you not listening last week?
Yeah.
You were injured the whole time. I think actually they were doing all the staff, you know, to the hundreds of staff that had come out. They all got City jerseys. And they're like, oh, it's a big staff there, Mika. What's it like working there? He's like, oh, yeah, you know, fantastic team. We have the best in class and everything in the world. You know, like physios, whatever. And then Roy Keane said, I think they had 5 physios for you, didn't they, Mika? He's like, oh, 6 actually. I was like, yeah, 1 for each leg. Or 3 for each leg, sorry. But, you know, he gets carried away. Could be like, he has to be taken on a peg every now and again. You know, like, weren't you injured the entire time, Mika? When we won our first one, you were there for 2 and you didn't play, you only paid for 1.
Yeah.
And he even said himself, he was like, talking about Jack Grealish. He was like, prove my point even more. He was talking about Jack Grealish. Look, Jack Grealish didn't play today, but I mean, he won't mind. You know, he was there throughout the season. Like, I didn't play the last day of the one we won. You know, Zabaleta got the nod ahead of me. I was like, yeah, that is right.
Yeah, you didn't start.
Zabaleta by the end of that season was ahead of Mika Richards.
The coach looked and he said, nope, I've had enough of him.
Mika Richards just pissed run down his leg on the sideline, sweating profusely. Oh, fuck. That was, I suppose, the Liverpool game was kind of, well, both teams, I guess, were nervous, weren't they? They were kind of, you know, they both had to win. A lot going on it. No Van Dijk or Salah. Like that whole Liverpool high line does fall apart without Van Dijk.
Yeah.
They need his pace and his
he's amazing,
positioning to just get back in time. Like Canati totally missed that header. And then Neto finished nicely. But they won in the end. 3-1 in the end.
3-1, yeah.
Salah got his golden boot.
Joint golden boot.
Does it go down to like minutes played like the Euros? Or?
No, I think they both just shared. By the look at the graphic, they both shared. And it was the Liverpool and City shared the most clean sheets as well. So both keepers won that. Which, that's an insane season.
Apparently, if they both drawn... No, if Liverpool drawn 2-2 and City had lost 5-0...
Yeah.
It would have gone down to a Premier League final.
Oh, that's the dream.
Because they would have had the exact same stats across the board in terms of goals scored, goals conceded, all that kind of stuff. Now, it was still a long shot, but we got pretty close to a Premier League final. Which is amazing.
I mean, it was like, 4 goals away?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And listen, at 2-0 down, I thought this might happen.
Yeah.
It's 1-1 that game, 2-0 here. Like, this is...
if Liverpool score and City here, they've scored, there's goals coming in.
Yeah, so I guess... and also the Golden Boot, but also got the assist award. Did you see that?
Salah did?
Yeah, the Playmaker Award. With 13 assists, right? Jared Bowen, fantasy football, 17 assists. In reality, 10 assists. It's the same Premier League, isn't it? The official Premier League app.
Does the official stats count getting tackled for a penalty?
Oh, maybe.
I think fantasy does count that as an assist.
Fantasy definitely does.
Surely you don't get rewarded for that, for getting tackled.
For diving a lot of times. Yeah. For drawing the foul, as I like to say. Maybe that's what it was. But I thought 7 is a lot to be struck off.
That is a lot, yeah.
Because like Salah and Son's stats are exactly the same in both.
Yeah, have we been blinded by fantasy football for years of being like, wow, he's amazing, he's 40 assists?
No, definitely not. This is the first time I've ever seen someone get 7 assists. They're not real assists, though. Did he win 7 penalties?
He must have. I don't know how else that
I was typing into Twitter. I couldn't find anybody outraged. I was thinking the West Ham fan was questioning
this. Is an outrage? No one is outraged.
Well, like, if I had 7 assists, they weren't actually assists, though, man. Like, you passed it to hit me around like the pitch doesn't count assists.
Yeah, isn't there like different types and stuff?
Again, Salah's ones were exactly the same. Both Son's were exactly the same. Everyone else's were exactly the same.
If he doesn't get the assist for getting fouled for the penalties,
yeah,
Salah shouldn't get the penalty goals.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like
he still like the West Ham player scored them. I assume if that was the thing, they wouldn't have happened if he didn't dive. I don't
know. Questions about fantasy players all over the world.
Yeah.
What were those? Should they? If they don't count in real life, why should they count in fantasy football?
Yeah.
Anyways, probably and that's niche, folks. Yeah. That's the kind of niche stuff we stay away from because we know you're getting bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other end, I suppose, was the relegation. We had Leeds and we had Burnley.
Yeah.
Who were in it. Everton, of course, was safe from their heroics in midweek.
Again, down 2 goals, scored 3.
Yeah, Super Frank Lampard, I suppose. I mean, look, he did it.
Yeah, but it was his fault that he had to do it.
I don't know. I think they were kind of in free fall when Benitez was there. I mean, players literally walk out the door. Digne, James Rodriguez came out and said, I left because of him. I was happy there. I was playing well. And he was so mean to me.
Yeah. Again, we talked about it before, but he was literally, if he had just waited 2 days, he could still be at Everton.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's like, that's why, people kind of say, what does Iceland do other than just raise his eyebrows?
Yeah.
But that is his forte, managing egos. It's like, I could see why that would be important at PSG and Real Madrid. Equally as important at Everton, clearly.
Apparently, yeah.
Charlison's a nutcase.
Man, he's been off the rails the last few days. That is a man who knows he's not playing the championship next year. That's not a new thing either for Charlison. Dominic Calvert-Lewin might want to be a model in the near future. It seems it, yeah.
James Rodriguez, obviously a fiery Latin character. He walked at the door. Digne, rude Frenchman. All the stereotypes apply here, folks. Yeah. And I was keeping it all together and getting them close to 4th place. As soon as he left, whole thing blew up.
Yeah.
Benitez comes in and like a infamously prickly character couldn't hack it at Real Madrid at all for the exact same reason. Like, this guy sucks. Like, I think you suck, Sergio Ramos. How about that? I think you get sent off too much.
Yeah.
It's like saying the wrong things to players. Yeah. So then that was going terribly. I mean, listen, his last game was losing to Norwich.
Yeah.
They lost to Norwich, Will.
Yeah, we watched that.
You're Frank Lampard. You've come into a team just lost to Norwich. Yeah. I don't think it was all Frank's fault. I think he kept up at the end. They had better players.
He definitely did turn it around. I think he even changed his ways a bit. We were seeing much less like, look, I can't do anything else. It got down to like, no, we're like a team.
Yeah, if I was to be totally objective and fair to Frank, that's the first time he's going into a club sliding into relegation.
Yeah, in trouble at all.
Obviously we're a great club, great players, and some issues like Timo Werner and so with that. The Derby one was kind of a promotion run and they got the playoffs and it was kind of knockout football. This was totally different.
Yeah.
To come into a club that it's, totally in tatters.
Learning on the job.
Players have left. Some of your best players have left. You have some players who have retired under suspicious circumstances that can't be talked about. Yeah. And then you got to buy players in. What players do you need to stay out of relegation? Now he knows. It was Dele Alli in the end. Probably had a great game. He came on halftime, had a great game.
I did see they're looking to sell him though. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think they're looking to sell him at a big loss.
Well, it's paid no money for him, remember?
No, was it?
Between 0 and 40 million.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
based on deliverables.
Somewhere around there.
If he did nothing, they wouldn't pay anything. Yeah. If he scored X amount of goals and stuff. So I think they're probably still in the green on that one. Yeah. Selling for anything, they're in profit. So that's probably why they're looking to sell him on. Yeah. Donny van de Beek obviously was,
he's good. He doesn't have to worry.
He came and then his old manager got signed for the club he was back on loan from. So he was like, well, now I don't have to try here at all.
Yeah, I'm done here.
So listen, Frank did all right. There was a lot of rot to stop, I think.
100%.
But I mean, look at the players. If say they had gone down, the players that would get, taken off clubs that go down versus Burnley.
Yeah.
There's a lot more you take from Everton than you would from Burnley.
Oh yeah.
Burnley actually they went down. They have 19 players out of contract now.
Yeah, and did you see that because they're relegated, there was a clause in the buyout that means they have to pay back the loan to the owners or something like that?
Well, the players do.
Well, no, like the club, so the owners bought it and they leveraged debt. So the same as the United thing.
Yeah.
But they had a clause that if we lose the Premier League money, we want our money back. So we'll pull it from the club. We'll just...
Oh my God.
So they're fucked.
Yeah.
So I think it's 70 million that they want back. Which is why are you buying the club then? Look, we'll buy probably one of the worst teams in the league, but if we go down, I'm getting all my money back. Don't buy them then. Buy someone else.
Yeah, a bit of fun. Business. You wouldn't get it, Will. I have no idea. That makes no sense to me. Someone, again, hit us up in the comments. Yeah. Hit us a DM, explain the Burnley financials.
Sean Dyche, if you're out there.
Yeah, there's a few of them that you might, maybe Nick Pope might get picked up.
Yeah.
Tarkowski maybe, centre back.
Who's the guy they signed this year?
Cornet.
Yeah, he's good.
Cornet, Weghorst.
Hey, no one cares about the vaccine thing now.
No.
He can go wherever he likes, I'd say.
So yeah, I mean, it's probably best they went down, to be honest. That club seems like it's going to not come back, to be honest, either.
Yeah, I think once you're getting rid of your hero manager who keeps you up every year, just cause you're like, well, maybe you should still be here.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Definitely.
He was the number one person you'd want at the time.
Yeah, he knew how to get out of that.
The fans love him, the players seem to love him.
Yeah, we
love him.
The podcast people, we love him. The media.
He's a man of the people.
You get the media on side.
I've never even seen Michael Jackson.
Yeah, as you see it, they started calling him Mike Jackson now.
Oh, yeah, I wonder why.
No, it's Mike. Don't call him Michael, please. So yeah, I mean, that was the relegation was it was exciting, but I mean, ultimately Burnley lost to the mighty Newcastle. Top 4 after Christmas, Newcastle.
How quickly things change in football. Where it's like, there's no way anyone's beating Newcastle.
That was particularly sickening because before Christmas, Newcastle were as bad as Norwich and Watford.
Yeah.
Worse even. They literally couldn't buy a win.
Everyone was like, they're going down.
They couldn't buy a win until they got taken over. And then
they bought loads of them.
They bought all the wins.
Yeah.
So yeah, for Burnley to lose to a team that really
just had money, just got bought by richer people when they got bought by people who wanted money.
Yeah. Look, you're right about that, man. Money is the only thing that matters.
Yeah, look, if you have money, you're going to win the league.
You're going to stay up.
You can only get it wrong so many times.
Yeah. So yeah, look, Burnley go down, Newcastle stay up.
Leeds managed to stay up.
Leeds stay up, Southampton stay up. Oh, there's a lot of bad teams in this for a lot part of the season.
Did you see how low Southampton were on the table?
Yeah, they're very low.
There's no wonder that no one is talking about them. They were just outside relegation, enough to be safe, but they were terrible. How does that manager keep getting away with it?
Yeah, well, the ambition in that club is just like it's really kind of fallen off the last few years.
Yeah. Since they fell out with Liverpool, and it's like, why even bother anymore?
Yeah.
Now they're not even buying our players.
The other thing was the 4th place.
Yeah.
That was kind of wrapped up before the day really started. All Tottenham had to do was draw with Norwich.
Yeah,
which would have been a shock.
It would have been, I would literally have been shocked.
They won 5-0 at the end. Son pushing that golden boot, got 2 goals.
That is the exact time you want your player going for a golden boot. It's like, there's one game left, we're against a really easy team, and we can't afford not to score. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't worry about that.
Kane's Son stat pad a bit more at the end, yeah. And Arsenal won against presumably still drunk Everton.
I mean, yeah. they're probably wrecked. They've been battling relegation for months.
There's no way they trained.
No
since
way.
Thursday.
No way. How are you going to get them back? Even like I couldn't imagine Lampard. Lampard seems like a guy who'd be like, I'm going on the sauce with the boys.
Yeah. Well, like it's even with the best will in the world, like the goal was to stay out relegation. That was the fear, that we got to stay out relegation, became very real, and then they managed to stay up. I want you to achieve that then, and you have one more game that's meaningless to you. You can't finish any higher. You can't. Well, I think they could have beaten Southampton, but again, it doesn't matter. It's all about next season now. It's all about like, we want to sell Dele Alli, we want to get rid of him.
And we still have loads of money. We have a new stadium coming. Like, things are looking up again all of a sudden.
So you're not going to be able to get up yourself for Arsenal, who again, they had to win, but I mean, I think everyone knew it didn't really matter.
Yeah, it was done when Arsenal lost to, who did Arsenal lose to on Thursday?
They lost to Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah.
Honestly, when they played Leeds and Leeds got a man sent off, and it was still a tight game, like this team is spent. It's a very thin squad, very young squad, and they just got over Leeds, who lost to almost everybody.
Yeah.
You know, when they got someone sent off against Chelsea, it was game over. Chelsea destroyed them.
Yeah.
Arsenal barely hung on. They were 2-0 up, and they barely hung on. So, I mean, yeah, it's disappointing for Arsenal.
But, I mean, we've said it already, but at the start of the season, if you were like, Arsenal are going to finish 5th, you'd be like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
How have they done that?
The worst start of the season ever. It was, like I say, a young squad, a thin squad. Saka didn't play because we're still upset with the penalty and all that. Him and Rashford and Sancho, remember that nonsense at the start? He was the best player last year. To come back and to get to 4th spot, I mean, yeah, they didn't have the experience to hold on to us. They gave Tottenham a chance, and Tottenham are, they
still have a pretty weak squad as well. Like
Arsenal,
yeah,
it's thin
compared to the other top 6. Like
if you had every playing, like they lost Partey for 6 games now. Yeah. Hasn't played in a long time. Tierney, I think he's really good, but he's never on the pitch.
Yeah.
Tomiyasu was injured the whole himself. If they had them playing, for most of the season, and like obviously we said injuries happen every year, but like when you win stuff, usually you have your best players playing. If they had the best players playing, they are a decent squad.
Yeah.
But the backups like Cedric Suarez, Tavares, the centre back is Gabriel is good. With Ben White was good, but Holding is not at the race. Is not good for the club. And then that's what every playing. You still have Xhaka probably starting, who consistently has proven to be not at it mentally or physically.
A liability.
An absolute liability. So when you take away all the other good players and he's one of the best players, it does fall apart very quickly. So I don't know. And the strike situation as well.
Yeah.
They were scoring goals when you had every playing well, and you had the 3 boys at the back, Odegaard, who scored again, and Saka and Smith Rowe and Martinelli. But yeah, they need more options up front. But injuries killed them. It was lack of experience, lack of everything. But like say, start of the year, you say 5th, you would bit your hand off.
And I mean, like, not far off. Only a few points off for it.
No.
There's no way you would have thought that.
Yeah. Well, them are Tottenham. You would have said.
Yeah, well,
I can't see them finishing 4th. It looked like it was probably going to be United.
They dropped so many points at the start of the season, Tottenham as well.
Yeah.
And they had Nuno managing them.
Yeah, like think back to when they had Nuno. Like, so both teams to be in 4th and 5th, and United to be, almost
1-6 thanks to Brighton.
Yeah, they would have been in. You would have seen Ronaldo in the Europa Conference League.
I don't think he would have. I think he would have been playing for United still. I think he would have been like, no way.
Yeah, probably not.
Although that's that pattern territory.
Sure,
if you want to be the best goal scorer of all time, that's where you go.
So yeah, I mean, look, that was so top 4 was what City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would have predicted Tottenham to be top 4.
No.
So fair play to them. This is my scenario that I asked you 2 weeks ago. Now you're Harry Kane. You've got top 4. Conte's manager. Despite what Gary Neville thinks he's going to leave after 2 years. Did you see it after the game?
He can't stop.
Hilarious.
It does. Yeah, like I even thought that at the start, but it seems like now, like it's going well.
Yeah.
Like, and I know Conte has wanted to do that, but
what a hill to die on, though. Conte is not good enough for United. As United losing last day to Crystal Palace, like, man,
Ralph Rangnick, I think, has the worst win percentage of the history of any United manager. And like normally when you see that, it's like, yeah, but he's been there 10 games. He's been there since January.
Yeah, he had
half
a season.
He's there a while. Yeah, he's there long enough to have more games than some of other Man United managers.
Yeah. He's there almost as long as Conte is at Tottenham.
Yeah.
Now, you'd say, look, if United had Harry Kane, I do think if Man United were to buy Harry Kane, it would be the equivalent of when they bought Van Persie. It would pay that much of a changeover.
Yeah, I think so too.
You add 25
They're
goals.
not, like, honestly, I know it's a disaster of a season. They're not that far off. Like, it's gaping holes every year that need fixing. Like,
I do, but that's me. I think there's obviously flaws in every team. There's flaws in that City team. There's flaws in the Real Madrid team. There's flaws in the Liverpool team. But I think Harry Kane would have that kind of impact that he would be so good, and he is so good that it would fix a lot of problems for him.
I think so as well.
But
be paper over the cracks.
Well, not even that. But like, that's the thing. It's like there's the paper over the cracks, whatever. But like, it's just like that is the kind of the missing piece, and other things fall apart because of it.
Yeah, but like, even if you think the amount of goals Ronaldo scored, and then imagine it's Ronaldo, it's scoring all those goals, but also he's getting like 15 assists as well. That's huge.
It's what he adds to, like being up front and something to hold the ball. It brings other players into play. It's like, oh well, like say Rashford wasn't there. Well, I think he'd play a lot better with Harry Kane up front to play off. And then that's not a crack being papered over. Rashford is actually playing better. That kind of stuff. So, but you are Harry Kane. You are at Tottenham. You are 29. Do you stay? Like, hypothetically, they bought Haaland. Might not. We need to get a striker as well. We need one. They come in for Harry Kane, and they offered the 120 million. Do you go or do you stay at Tottenham?
I think. See, I don't know, because it changes so quick, especially at Spurs, where it's like things like Levy falls out with people. Levy, they'll come so close, and then he's like, actually, I don't want to spend that much on that player, and it's like, fuck, and then you start slipping away again. So like, Kane will know that definitely, but I don't know. I think United is so volatile now, where you've seen what it's done to other players' careers. Like, it's at a point now where it's like, it's ruined players. Yeah. Like, Pogba's leaving and no one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, he gave up, to be fair.
Yeah, he gave up. But, like, that's from years of being worn down, of being like, it's his fault. It's blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And, like, I don't know. I just can't see him leaving. I don't know if you saw as well today that, what's the big Spurs journalist, your man Gold, who's like really I can't remember. He's really accurate anyway. But he said, with Spurs getting top 4, they're spending big in the summer for Conte, because it's like, that was the deal. Like, if you get top 4, we'll spend all the money we get from it pretty much to push ahead. Yeah. Whereas, like, normally Spurs are like, we've the stadium. Yeah. So I think if you hear that, you're not going anywhere. No way.
No, I mean, I think at this point in his career, if you say it was last year, if United finished second, I was like, they're just a Harry Kane away.
Yeah, I think if United had come in for him last summer, when, again, if they did the thing where City almost buy him, but we can't have that. We'll spend twice the money. Yeah. I think then he would have gone.
God knows. But that's the Premier League season, Will. I mean, I don't think we should probably do any kind of awards because we really haven't watched enough games.
No, it would be disingenuous.
Pointless. I mean, I went to the day in Crete. I went to the gym one of the days. It was like towards the end. Really sunny day. Really hot in the gym. Got a great pump on, Yeah. Walked out of the gym.
Hell yeah.
3 seconds to the beach.
Hell yeah.
Got in my togs.
Yeah.
Right. Wade out in the water to my shoulders beneath the surf. I'm just floating there. Like treading water, but kind of floating, but there's very high salt percentage in the G and C. So I was just floating there, Yeah. Beautiful sunny day. Looked up at the snow-capped mountains. From the sunny beach. And I was just like, I was actually at peace. Like the first time I think in my life I was doing something for myself and only myself, And I was so happy, so at peace. I drank for 10 days straight. I didn't watch any Premier League for the entire time. I think we had 2 podcasts. So there's no point in me doing Team of the Year because I was just like totally checked out for 3 months.
Yeah.
That's
us being like, no, I don't know. I think Trent was good. Like, we haven't a clue.
Couldn't even give you the box score on his stats. I couldn't tell you. There's always like, I mean, I would put Jared Bowen in there based on 17 assists. I didn't get. So I mean, look, no Team of the Year, folks. Team of the Year this year, folks.
I will say, even we do a podcast covering all the games, a lot of the games, the scores, you know what I mean?
About 3 of the games.
We look at the scores, though.
Yeah, some of the games you may have heard of.
When I saw Son was joint top goal scorer, I was like, wow, I did not know that.
I did on that fair because I knew he was doing well after the Arsenal game. I was like, oh, he's won 20 goals. Like, 20 goals? What?
When did that happen?
Since Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked it up. But yeah, I don't know. It was a good season though. It felt long for me. I don't know if it felt long for you.
Very long. Yeah, definitely. Because we were even saying the last week before the audio bed of like the recap of the season, it went Harry Kane, Ronaldo, blank February. I had no idea what happened in those months. felt like it was a long time ago.
I think it was the COVID changeover as well. I mean, it does feel like a different life because it kind of was.
Yeah.
It was like back in September, we were still like...
We were coming into the new wave.
Yeah, because it was, here comes like the normal winter
again.
bug. It's going to be, people get sick in the winter all the time.
Yeah.
You know, now we're going to summer and it feels like that's behind us. Unless you've, I never heard about the monkeypox.
I don't need to know about it.
Me neither.
I'm done with that.
So yeah, I mean, look, by all rights, it wasn't for fucking Qatar and their dirty money.
Yeah.
We should have a World Cup this summer.
Don't mind. That's insane. Stolen from us.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to next Premier League. Just a normal. I think that for me is when it's going to be finally over.
Yeah.
When you start Premier League and there's no masks, no precautions, just
go for it.
Classic,
Original.
original.
Money buying the league. That's what you want.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Wolves are 1-0 up. Wolves are 1-0 up. Oh my fucking god. 1-0 Wolves. Nice from Thiago. Mane. Yes! Get in! Come on. Come on. What an assist by Thiago, by the way. Fucking phenomenal assist. 1-0 Villa! 1-0 Villa! 1-0 Villa! 1-0 Villa! 1-0 Villa! 1-0 Villa! Oh my god, yes! Oh my god, 1-0 Villa! Matty Cash with the goal. Come on, the Villa! Come on, the Villa! Come on! 2-0 Villa! 2-0 Villa! 2-0 Villa! 2-0 Villa! It's 2-0 Villa! It's 2-0 Villa. We just need to find a winner. We just need to Coutinho scored. We just need to find a winner, please. We just need to find a winner. It's 2-0 Villa. Score a goal and you win the league. Mane. Yes! Yes! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! As it stands, Liverpool are Premier League champions. As it stands, offside.
It's actually 3-2 City. Oh my god.
Yes, that was the Premier League. PSG won again. Well, I think, did they?
They did, yes.
Yeah, they won the league. I guess that Messi signing proved pivotal. Pivotal.
Did you see how many goals he scored in the league?
I didn't, but I would guess, based on the last time I checked in on Messi, again, more than 3 months ago, he had like 2, I think it was. So I'm going to say... Based on I thought Lukaku would do more than 5. Yeah. Messi, a little better, a little older. Yeah. I'll say he had 6.
I think he had 7.
Oh!
Close.
Lowball him.
Yeah.
His worst season probably since he was 15?
Probably since he was about 5, to be honest.
Well, when he started his professional career, he's 16?
I think so, yeah.
So probably maybe his worst season ever in professional football.
I would surely to God.
How many assists, though?
How many non-penalty assists or assists?
They all count for me.
I'll look it
up. Yeah, he hasn't had the best season. Him and Ronaldo obviously fell off a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think, is there any news on him going back to Barcelona, or what's the story of that?
I don't think so, because I think that's a lot of money. And, I mean, do you want to be paying him fucking $1 million a week and he got 7 goals in the league?
No, definitely not.
I know he's messy and all, but it's because that's the thing. It's hard to tell. Is it because he hates it there and he loves Barca so much, or is it because he's old?
Because he's just checked out.
Yeah, he got 6 goals, 14 assists. Still a lot of assists.
14 assists.
You would be buzzing if your player had that.
That's more assists than Salah.
Yeah, finished, washed.
And the other big news: Mbappé.
Yeah,
not going to Real Madrid.
Yeah,
$1 million a week.
$1 million a week and the keys to the mansion.
$1 million a week, folks. I'm just 52 weeks in the year.
Yeah, correct.
So $1 million by 52.
Correct.
52 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
And a signing on bonus, I've heard, ranging from 100 to 200 million.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Signing on, he only works there.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
No idea.
And
he's not paying tax. No way.
I think that's after tax. I've heard different things. That's before tax.
That's after tax.
This is what I've heard. This is what people are saying.
But I suppose they fucking... Where's the the taxes going to themselves, isn't it? How does that work?
Well, I saw earlier on... well, no, go to the French government, like.
Oh, yeah, of course, sure.
Because that's what I saw like a few months ago when this thing was kind of rumbling on. The French president was getting involved in negotiations to keep Mbappé at PSG. I was like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, why would he care? Like, I mean, surely there's like, you know.
I get PSG, you have infinite money. The optics are bad of like, you're the Paris club and you can't hold on to the big French star.
French guy, yeah.
That's bad. But what the government? Why you have bigger fish to fry?
Well, now we know that if $1 million a week is after tax, that's like a small business. That's like a small global business coming over to France.
Never thought of that. That's very true.
That must be what it is. Like, I don't know how much the rich tax is in France.
Well,
what percentage?
It's like 40, isn't it, or something?
I remember they had a few governments ago maybe that was like
we're really over there.
A socialist government maybe who had a very high. Because I remember when Ibrahimovic was signing.
Yes.
He was making 12 million a year, which, you know, is
chump change.
Pennies now, chicken feed now.
Mbappé makes that in 3 months.
And it was, I think in his contract, he's like, I make 12 million a year. And it's like after tax. Because the government was coming in at that point.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't care what they put the tax is. My contract says after tax. Whatever the tax is, you sort that out. I'm going to make 12 million a year. So I don't know if that government's still in place or if that has stayed, but I mean,
it's a lot.
To the point where Macron was coming up and like, maybe we should keep him, you know, and pay him whatever he wants and we get all the money.
Maybe let him do whatever he wants.
Which is apparently the case now. He's getting, it's a saying in club transfers, club
hires
managers.
And fires, managers coming in and out, and a say on the sporting director. What the fuck does Mbappé know about that? What age is Mbappé?
He's staying until 2025, which would make him 26 at that point, I heard.
And not to like generalise, but he's a footballer. He's been playing football non-stop every day, all day, every day.
Yeah.
What does he know about business? I'm sure his agent is savage, but Mbappé has a say.
I mean, be stressful. More, I wouldn't want that kind of responsibility.
Way.
I mean, it's stressful enough to score goals every game.
I mean, what if the transfer's a flop and you vouch for him?
It wasn't me. I gave my recommendation. They went a different direction.
I mean, if you're Mbappé,
yeah,
are you like, I'm going to make this the best team in the world? Or are you like, I'm bringing my friends in?
He's going to bring his cronies in.
Exactly.
He's going to bring all the fucking...
a terrible idea.
We should, like, you know, there's the Arsenal documentary.
Yeah.
Where they follow the team around. I want one on PSG. And it's basically French entourage.
Yeah.
With Mbappé being Vinny.
I mean, imagine trying to be the manager.
Is
like, you're going through, like, who's not playing? Mbappé wasn't great last game. Mbappé, you're starting again today, actually.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucked. You can't do anything.
Was it Vinny? It wasn't Vinny. Who's the main guy in entourage?
I remember his face.
But that's who Mbappé would be.
Yeah.
And then it'll just be entourage and them running PSG into the ground.
Yeah.
And then Ari Gold will be his agent, like, just constant. It's just like, you're killing me. Killian, you're killing me.
I did see they said Poch is not leaving and Zan is not coming in. And when I saw that, I was like, that sounds like Mbappé is already trying to make some changes.
Yeah.
Get him out of there. I want Zidane.
I don't know. It's strange, but I think the most unhappy people are La Liga and Real Madrid.
Well, they're probably the same. They're probably thinking that's a lot of money we're losing out on.
Well, they're complaining that like this is actually a joke.
Yeah,
like,
it's insane. What are the rules?
We've been buying the league a long time, but we never
know how it's done.
It's the old saying. It's like if they're paying you six figures, you're making them 7.
Yeah,
this is not the case anymore.
Yeah.
They're paying him 7, and he's not making them 6.
No
way. Like, because I always think that like, oh, players are overplayed. It's like, well, they're generating the money. You know, like, and
he couldn't possibly generate that money.
Now they're not. No, that was the thing. People are like, oh, they're overpaid. It's like what's that mean? Like, I mean, they're the labor.
Yeah.
Where should the money go? To the fucking the corporations, to the owners, the billionaire owners. They should get all the money. Like, the money's being generated. At least it's going to the labor. But this now is just like blowing that whole thing out of the water. It's like it's sports washing to the extreme.
Yeah.
But in my mind, like, now I just associate them with even worse. Well, not even worse things, but I mean,
cheating.
Well, like paying ridiculous money and like, well, this isn't anything.
Bad business.
Yeah, I don't see them as like, oh yeah, they're really good at football. It's like they're paying more money than it makes any sense.
Yeah,
it's like running a business.
Yeah,
like Abramovich, you say, oh, he gave them $1.5 billion loan, but like they were profitable up until COVID and then lost the money. But
and he transformed them into like.
But he turned into an actual business. He wasn't just like continue pumping in money for the entire. He had actually pumped money at the start and then made a business. They're 10 years now, and they're like just 700 million loss. Who gives a fuck? Pay him $1 million a week.
I was thinking that as well, like 700 million loss. Did you see their wage bill as well?
Oh man, like
what is going on? I think they nearly have $1 billion wage bill or something insane. How is that possible?
This is the thing. This is why Real Madrid are like, listen, we've been buying the league for years, but this is beyond the pale. Yeah. This is not right. You know, but they should really be worrying about the Champions League final coming up this week. This weekend.
The 28th, I think.
28th. So yeah, this weekend coming. I think Benzema's head will be right. Oh. He's unhappy.
He's not happy. He's so unhappy that he posted surely a reference only I got in the football world.
Honest to God. I mean, you sent it to me. Emery didn't see it. It was just one story in a series of like his kids or whatever. Like,
yeah.
Just a picture of Tupac.
Tupac meeting Stephen Baldwin. If you're like a really, really big hip hop head, you'll know the picture because it was taken a week before Tupac was killed. And there's a guy in the background looking very suspicious, like with shifty eyes towards the camera. And allegedly, that is Tupac's friend who set him up to be killed. And Benzema posted this picture. I don't know, implying Mbappe's going to kill him or something. Well, or maybe he's going to kill Mbappe.
Apparently, well, not apparently, but I would say insinuating that he betrayed him.
Yeah.
That Mbappe betrayed Benzema.
This is like shooting me in the head.
This is worse than being killed.
Yeah.
This is what you've done to me.
24 years of age, this is what you've done.
Yeah. So you know you're in hot water when Benzema's playing the moral high ground.
Yeah, and also not someone you want on your bad side.
No.
I'm sure he's digging through the tapes right now.
He's going through his phone book. Yeah, so I mean, look, we've talked about it every week, probably for the last few weeks. Because
the listeners have dropped every week, but we know those who stayed.
Yeah, you remember absolute some of the Christmas Day episodes where Will's in the background.
Yeah, talking from a different dimension, it sounded like. That has to have been the worst moment in our podcast history.
The Christmas
probably
Day
our favourite bit ever. One of our favourite episodes ever.
Yeah.
Immediately ruined by the audio.
By having the phone beside the box. Yeah.
Such a rookie move.
Yeah, that was really disappointing. Yeah. You remember getting that audio and just thinking, this is going to happen. This is too good an episode to not be out there. I don't care if the audio is terrible.
We do know one person listened to it because remember we had a quote from it said to us about Backdraft by a friend of ours.
Sorry, yeah. No, I remember talking Backdraft like right after that because we talked about so much and no one knew what it was. I was like, what is your problem? Yeah. What do you mean you never heard Backdraft? Yeah. Well, on that Christmas Day episode, a lot of things happened, but we also made our absolute for the rest of the season. I mean, I had some, we had some. Mine was that Arsenal would get top 4.
Wrong, absolutely not.
Take that out the wall. Will got a point for that one. My other one was Frank Lampard will be hired by someone in the season, and boy, did it happen!
Ding, 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 ding.
What a appointment that was. Fair play to Everton. Made the right move there. So that was a point for me. And then what else was it? It was Man City doing the double. It didn't happen. No, they won the league by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah. Oh, big deal.
Should have won the Champions League, but you can't stop fate and Benzema. So that was wrong as well. And I also said Everton would get relegated.
Yep.
I think later on at one point.
Yeah.
Later on in the season.
A few weeks ago.
Yeah, a few weeks ago. It looked like it was all signs were pointing down to it, but who thought Dele Alli could have one good game left in him?
Yeah.
Will, what were yours?
Mine were Lukaku not to score 5 goals from...
More than 5 goals.
More than 5 goals.
Because he scored 5 goals.
Yeah, more than 5 goals from January to now. Which, even when I was saying it, I was like, there's no way. That was an outlandish prediction. Got that right. He hasn't done that.
In the end, yeah.
What else did
he got 5. He didn't get more than 5. He just got 5.
Just
so your thing of more than 5 was technically correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did get 2 of those the day after as well.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he made the interview, and well, this is the thing. A lot of our predictions, the ones that came true, anyways. I mean, the Frank Lampard one, I thought would be something worse than Everton.
I thought it'd be Norwich.
I thought maybe. I think no, because I think
Dean Smith
had taken that. I think it was going. I thought it was going to be like Brentford or some of that. Yeah. I didn't think Everton were going to continually lose games over and over again to the point where they'd lose to Norwich, and then Frank Lampard would come in. But what was your other one?
I also had Newcastle to stay up, too big to go down.
Yeah.
I think they're never going down ever again also.
And I'll give that one, that was 100% based on the money.
Yeah.
And that was before they spent a dime. Spent a cent and they bought, well, no, I thought they would buy the wrong players.
Yeah, because we thought it'd be like.
Did you think they would buy Dan Burn for 30 million?
No, I didn't think they'd make shrewd investments. I thought they'd buy like Di Maria or someone. And be just too big, too good to stop.
And that's what I thought. Like what Everton bought. It's like that's not good. That's not going to keep you up. But yeah, look, that one's right. I think I'll give you that one because you said the money is all that matters, and that actually is the case.
Yeah, that's what we've learned this season more than any. Is that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Then I also had. What else did I have? Tuchel to be sacked, which was stolen from me by the Ukraine war.
Yeah. They had other stuff going on.
Yeah, bigger fish.
And I didn't call you on that one because I thought they've managed been sacked for a lot less.
And like at the time, I don't think they were even going that badly.
No,
but it was like they weren't in the league. That's all that matters at Chelsea. Or mattered at Chelsea. It's different now, I think.
Their title challenge kind of fell away in October.
Yeah,
really, which seems early, but it was kind of like the gap that kind of formed between City and Chelsea, and Liverpool were kind of hanging on by threads like that. It's going to be. We was like City going to walk it, you know. Liverpool came back, Chelsea didn't, and that's usually the sign that Chelsea manager gets sacked. So, I mean, you know,
it's mad now to think that that's probably done. That like new Chelsea manager every season because new owners are in there.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
They could be just as bad for that kind of stuff. Abramovich seemed to be just cutthroat. Yeah. Absolutely cutthroat.
Because it worked.
And it did work. So maybe
I think because it worked the first time, he was like, well, I'm never stopping doing this.
Yeah. Look, he sacked Jose Mourinho and was like, that's crazy. This is the best manager I ever had, the best manager in the world. He won 2 leagues over Man United. I mean, come on. But he's like, hey, my club.
Yeah, fuck you.
So we'll see. We'll see if Tuchel hangs on to his job and how the manager merry-go-round continues at Chelsea. But unlucky for that one, Will. But
and then I think I absoluted that Frank Lampard would be sacked before the end of the season, was it?
Yes, you said Frank Lampard would be sacked before the end of the season. Again, I said that might happen too.
Yeah.
Should have backed Frank.
Should have backed your boy.
Should have backed my boy. So, I got 1 right. You got 2 right.
Best brains for the sport.
2 of 8. Yeah, no, 3 of 8 collectively.
It's poor, isn't it?
It's not great, but I mean, like I say, a lot of the things. I mean, Arsenal getting top 4, I thought would happen, but I didn't think it'd be Tottenham would get it. Did you think Tottenham would get it ahead of Arsenal?
No, definitely not.
You thought it would be United probably. Yeah. I think we all thought it was going to be Arsenal United.
Yeah, it'd be like, United will figure it out eventually.
Tottenham were so far off.
Yeah,
you know, but there you go. That's football, folks.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, a good season, Will.
Yeah, it was.
I enjoyed it. We still the Champions League next week.
Yep.
Europa League as well is coming next Wednesday.
No, Europa League is done, isn't it? Frankfurt won.
Conference League, that is Wednesday, I think. Roma and Feyenoord. Huge. That's on Wednesday. Yeah. Tammy Abraham.
Yep.
Now another picture I made this season. I was like, Arsenal should buy Tammy Abraham. Remember that? What might have been? You know, he's breaking records over there in Roma. Him and Giroud.
Yeah.
Tough league. Tell you, man, he cost Arsenal 90 million now this summer, and he'll get 6 goals.
He was sold for a reason.
No, honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense. But listen, I've been on that road before.
They're imposters.
Nothing to ask me, for my opinion, a little bit unfair.
But in between that, there was drinks.
Why are you talking rubbish?